Hey everyone, welcome back to Shan Talk. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, but trust me, it's only because I've been preoccupied with sending in some stuff to the nursing school so that I could be accepted this semester, and it has had my hands tied down. So I do apologize if you've been expecting something from me. However, I am officially back, and today I have for you some college advice as a freshman for this upcoming semester, okay? So today I am doing the part 2 of a series along with Alexandria Moss. We decided that we would bring to you some college advice and study tips to help you through this semester. It doesn't matter if you are a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, or a senior. These tips can be very effective to help you go throughout the semester and even boost your GPA. Okay, so Alexandria Moss has posted a video on her channel, Alexandria V. Moss, where she speaks of some mistakes that she has made in her freshman year and some generalized mistakes that most students make, whether or not they're freshman, sophomore, or whatever else. So I do advise you to go and watch her video to gain some perspective of the mistakes that you may be going into and just to help you avoid them along the way, okay? As for me, today I will be doing college do's and don'ts, along with some very effective college study tips, okay? I say very effective because I can attest to these tips. These has helped me study very effectively, and I have watched my GPA climb tremendously. So I advise you to stay tuned and watch the videos, and just if you have any questions, you can comment under both of our videos. We can look over them, and hopefully if there's enough, we can do a part 3 to these 2 videos, okay? So just stay tuned. I hope you enjoy. So the do's of college freshmen. Number 1, make a timetable or schedule. You see, I find it very important in college to make a timetable for yourself so that you have a keen idea of how you must organize yourself. Having a timetable keeps you on your toes for classes, assignments, and tests because you will be aware of all that you have to do. You're going to be more organized, and you just will have more time to work with. Okay? Number 2, utilize your time schedule. Now, it's good to have a time schedule, but it makes no sense to have it and not use it. You should use your time schedule to your advantage because it will help you to visualize weeks ahead the numerous assignments and projects you have to complete. The most common time schedule given is your course syllabus. By following your course syllabus, you will know exactly when an assignment or project is due and prepare yourself ahead of time. Or if you have a test, you'll know when is the best time to review and study. Along with utilizing your schedule to your advantage when it comes to tests or assignments, I always advise persons to read ahead and after classes. In college, one of the most important things to do is read. Reading helps you to gain perspective and understanding of what it is you endeavor to learn. By reading ahead of class, you get a jump start on the information you'll be taught, and you decrease the chances of you being lost and not understanding what the lecturer is saying. Once the class is done and you would have gained more understanding on what you was taught, read again. This allows you to secure what you have learned over that time period. Studying, I always try to study by myself. I take time out and I read on my own, and I use the 3 R's method. However, a friend of mine informed me of another way of studying that I feel can benefit you as long as you follow it. So she said, When studying with friends, ensure that they are truly willing to focus and study. It would be of your best interest, however, to study with friends that are not in the same courses as you are. So, for example, if you're a nursing major, it would be best to study with someone in accounts or culinary. The reason why I say this is because these persons may not have any clue what you are studying and may not understand what is going on. So by studying with them, at the end of your study session, you should be able to explain to your friends the information you've learned to the point where they can understand what you are saying. Once they are able to understand you, you would have then reached a point of understanding in whatever topic that is that you just went over. Number 5, utilize the library or quiet space. Now, I know due to this pandemic, the library may not be an option, but having a quiet place to study and complete assignments is very important. Find a room that doesn't have a TV or the possibility of persons walking in to interrupt you. Leave your phone in the other room. You want to isolate yourself from any noise and distraction so that you're focused on your work and your work alone. You will complete studying and work much faster this way, and you'll even understand things much more. After you would have found your isolation room, you should ensure that you have all textbooks and PDFs. Now, since we're in quarantine, it may be difficult for most persons to actually go to the store and buy the textbooks needed for their courses. However, UB or some other universities provide PDFs, online PDFs for you to download to use while you are in the course. So, I want to stress the importance of having textbooks and PDFs. I advise each of you that while the lecturer is teaching, you follow in the textbook and make notes of where they reference. If you don't have a textbook, download the PDF of the book, preferably on another device that you aren't streaming the Zoom or the Teams meeting from, so that you can have a good accessibility to follow while the lecturer is teaching. As long as the lecturer says something that is in the book, you can highlight it or jot down the page number so that you could go back to it and be able to read over exactly what it is the lecturer taught. Number 7, complete group assignments. Now, I know many of you may not agree with what I am about to say, but trust me, it will help you. If you are placed in a group for an assignment and your members aren't contributing, do the work yourself. Yes, I know, I said do the work yourself. I know it may seem ludicrous, but being like the other group members will only get you a big fat 0. Complete the assignment as best as you can by yourself and turn it in. Explain to your lecturer why you had to do what you did, and at the end of the day you will get a grade that is better than a 0, and there's a high chance your lecturer will be lenient. Besides that, always complete your part in the group assignment. Never be the person that does not contribute. Number 8, care for your body. Now, believe it or not, exercising, eating well, and getting enough sleep plays a huge role in how well you do in school. By ensuring you are in good shape and well rested, you give your brain the energy to store information and complete assignments. And the most important thing of all, keep God first. Don't forget to give God thanks when you wake up. Do a little devotion and read His Word. God is the source of your wisdom and knowledge, and He ensures that you understand all you need to know. So give Him thanks in return, and don't forget to praise His name. And finally, study, study. This one is pretty self-explanatory, so I'll simply jump into how to study effectively. The reason why I'm going into depth with this specific study type is because, like I said, this is how I study. This is what is effective for me, so I can justify and attest to how well this specific technique works. Okay? So, firstly, whatever topic there is you have to study, break it into subtopics. Each subtopic you are going to read over, but you must ensure that you are reading to understand. Now, once you read everything out, write down any and everything you remember without looking in the book. It doesn't have to be correct or even complete sentences. Just write whatever you remember. Then you're going to read through one more time and make corrections to the information that you just wrote. Writing the corrections and writing important aspects you may have missed out helps you to store information to memory more efficiently. Okay? Now, once you've made the corrections and written the important points, recite out loud what you understand. A part of reciting is asking yourself questions and trying to answer them without looking at the text. Continue this until you've answered each question correctly and finished the entire topic. Finally, on test day, take an hour or 2 hours before the test to write down all the information you have retained over the week or weeks of studying. This is the time where you go over things you aren't sure of and write them out to ensure you understand them for the test. Afterwards, you'll be sure to get an A. Things you shouldn't do as a college freshman. Number one is the most important thing of being a college freshman. Never procrastinate. Procrastination is indeed the theft of time. Never say you will do something tomorrow when you have the time to do it today. You will constantly postpone completing what it is until you are left to complete it shorthand in such little time. If a lecturer gives you 3 months to complete an assignment, do not wait until the last week because there is a reason that allotted time was given to you. From the day an assignment was given to you, work on it piece by piece, perfecting every part so that when the due date arrives, you would have completed it as best as you could have. Number 2, don't overload your schedule. You must ensure that the classes you choose are spread out throughout the week to avoid overload. You should not have more than 3 courses a day because when tests and midterms come, you will feel the pressure. Try to balance your days out and have at least 1 free day from classes. Number 3, no matter what is going on, never leave the class without asking for clarity. It is extremely important to ask questions even if the answer may be obvious. Ask away because despite what people may assume, no question is a stupid question. Ask so that you can get clarity and understanding on whatever it is that you are unsure about. Number 4, don't complete assignments in areas that will be distracting. I know I've already touched on this in the do's, but I cannot stress this enough. For those of us that are learning remotely, it is imperative that we aren't distracted and can stay as focused as possible. Number 5, don't burden yourself with extracurriculars. I personally would not advise a freshman to join any clubs in their first year. This is the year for you to feel out what you'll have to deal with for the next 4 or so years. This is the time for you to devote yourself to your classes so that you can get a solid GPA as a foundation. Extracurriculars in the first year can be a lot to multitask, and it puts a toll on your schedule and steals time away from you that is needed to study and complete assignments. Okay? Number 6. Along with extracurriculars, you should not stretch yourself thin by partying every weekend and doing things that will take up a lot of your time. It will wear you out, and you'll find yourself skipping classes more than ever, or you may even be more distracted because you wouldn't get enough rest as needed. And finally, do enjoy yourself. I know it's a bit oxymoronic, but a little partying and outing maybe once or twice a month is needed for you to keep your sanity. This is college. You must have fun. This is the place that you're supposed to find yourself, so go out, have some fun, just balance it with work. I pray this video was very informative for you to view, and like I said, it may have been tailored to UB freshmen. However, any student, whether freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, or studying abroad, can benefit from these advice and tips.